Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you to Lords of the Fallen. This is a super grimdark, super edgy Souls-like that I've been looking forward to playing for quite some time. To the point where about 1 million patches have come out for it since I first installed it. And the latest one was to go to version 2.5, which is apparently the super duper final last version, and makes the game even harder and more brutal than it already was. So good job me for waiting, I suppose. Let's pop in and see what we can see. Ages pass, distorting self-delusion into faith, with few obtaining the revelations they so desperately seek. In a conflict between the divine? Are mortals mere pawns? Whether the flesh of gods or death itself, all will be consumed. For she must feed. I don't know what any of that means, but it's certainly meaningful. Now, there was a pre-title screen cutscene, which I always hate. But basically, this guy, he's grim, he's the Dark Crusader. He's supposed to be the hero that we need. Except his magic lantern that he uses to defeat his foes didn't work on some cool-looking guy.
And steer this weapon of deliverance to a worthier servant than I.
So he got stabbed up. He somehow got resurrected, but it seems like he's given up. And so he's tossed away his magic lantern, and he's just going to do what he can before this guy bodies him again, which has already happened. So good job.
You never possessed the metal for this, Crusader. You failed.
Yep. Certainly looks like failure right there. But what of the lantern? It's found its way into the hands of this person, whoever they might be. So I didn't get the super special edition, so I don't have a Dark Crusader. But we got plenty of other options. Hallowed Knight. Physical prowess, but also radiance, which I guess is like a faith-based thing. Probably shouldn't go through all of these because it'll take a while. Devastating but lightly armoured though. What do I want to be? Maybe an agility class. Yeah, the Mornstead Infantry favours agility and light defence, but then a bit of magic would be fun. Ooh, an assassin. It's a challenging class to master apparently. Oh yeah, it's an advanced class it says. So we've got a few advanced classes, and then we've got the you don't start with anything because you're an idiot. So maybe the Mornstead Infantry. It's agile, but it's a beginner class. So we're not going to faff around with character creation for very long. We do have game modifiers though. Iron Man, yeah. Pre-upgraded loot, randomised loot. I love that they've put a built-in randomizer in the game. Randomised enemies as well. Extra enemies. The original density at the game's launch, pre-nerf. Interesting. All healing must be confirmed by dealing damage to enemies. No vestige has withered away. Some vestiges have withered away, so I guess vestiges are like the bonfire equivalent, to use Souls-like terminology. We're not going to mess with any of those modifiers because it's a first playthrough. So we've got Legacy as the difficulty option, ideal for first timers, or we've got Veteran. So we'd want Legacy. I'm brand new to this. We need to give our character a name. We've got a spear. Let's call ourselves Pokes. Pokes the Spearbearer. That makes sense.
Lo, the latest receiver of his grace. Great potential dwells within you, doubtless, for you to be chosen thusly. And so does Aureus' wisdom guide my hand in the bestowment of this subsequent boon. Your flesh has been made sacrosanct with the mark of the Dark Crusaders. Prove yourself worthy of this gift. Seek me in the bowels of the bridge. Our work is of the greatest import.
If that's the case, best get moving. This all looks very cool so far. Quite bright, which is nice. Oh, 2-year anniversary. Interesting. The Moon's Judgment is now available in my inventory and ready to be equipped. Good. Good. How do I get that message away? There we go. So we can look around. We can do a little bounce. We're in the Defiled Sepulchre. Yes. Right stick looks around. Left stick moves around. Very good. How do we look at our inventory? It's not select because that's emotes, it's start. So we've got the Mornstead Infantry Spear, which you can see from the scalings. It's not really a strength weapon, it's a bit of an agility weapon. But we've also got Moon's Judgment, which is more of a strength weapon. That's a shame. I guess we'll stick with a spear for now. Stab, 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 stab. Quite a big combo, it seems. Wham! Heavy attack. You can tap it, or you can hold it to charge it up. So far, so souls. Aha! And now we demonstrate that by busting our way through there. Here's a villain. You there. Jolly good. Might tweak the graphic settings at some point. Not sure if they're correct right now, or if we're going to get the odd bit of hitching here and there. I'll do my best to eliminate it before too long if that's the case. Now, can we do dodge attacks? We can roll, and then we can stab out of the roll. Yeah, that makes sense. So is this way forward? There was another way. There's an item, perhaps. An enervated vigor skull, of course. That's exactly what I expected to find there. What the heck is one of those when it's at home, and how do I check? I guess he's right bumper. Briarstone Trio. Heal over time. And a skull that grants 200 vigor, which I guess is our experience equivalent. Do we have a... we've got a thing down here where we just go left and right with it. So we don't have items on different D-pad buttons as such. And what's that doing? Up and down is switching between an open hand and a lantern. Okay. No. Are you doing anything? No, you're just a dead guy. Good. Hup. This jumps. Our basic jump is tiny, look at that. That's the sort of jump you'd actually get if you've got heavy armor and stuff. Oh. You can try that again. Oh, am I going to stab you in the back? It looks like we've got some sort of burning status effect on ourselves there, but that'll wear off over time, I'm sure. A throwing rock. So we've already learned that we can do things in our inventory. Is the throwing rock already there? No. So where is it then? It's not... There it is. So we've got different pages in our inventory as well. The Lampbearer's Rosary. Cleanse the 5 beacons. Maybe we will. So the throwing rock, we equip it how? I didn't quite see. The one time I want the tutorial thing to stay up for a reasonable length of time, it disappeared super quick. No, it doesn't want to come back. There it is. Navigate slots with up and down. Select slot, equip gear. So do we go to it first in here? And then we press up and down? No. So ranged weapons includes our hand. That's fair enough. We've got a short javelin as well. So if you hold down left trigger, then that seems to bring up your options. Yeah, left trigger is your offhand. So it's either lantern or it's a rock. But it's not a rock because it's a javelin, because it's not letting me select the rock. Select. Here we go, ranged mode. So we select our ranged weapon. But again, it wasn't allowing me to. Fine, we'll just throw the javelin instead. You got the job done. I see you up there. You gonna come down, or am I gonna have to range you as well? Very well. So I'm not sure why I'd want a rock anyway, because the javelin seems more effective. The Sanguinarix is our primary healing tool. Recharges automatically upon reviving. So we'll keep that selected. We don't need it right now, but we'll keep it there regardless. Does our lantern do anything for us in here? Ah, it does. Cool. It's a secret. We like this. Now, what have we learned from this secret? Have we learned anything? We certainly found some more dudes. I suppose I could just run around the whole time with my lantern out, but it's pretty slow. So maybe it should only be used in areas that look relevant. Oops. Yeah. A bridge of sorts. But then it only lets us get halfway. We can't seem to jump whilst we have our lantern out. And if we step off there, we lose it. Okay. Should I be doing something different then? Maybe I just wasn't supposed to come this way at this point. Well, it seems like getting back might not be an option. So... Right, we can't even jump in this water. So that's awkward. Can jump out here, but not far enough to get back. Oh yeah, we can. Good. We can sprint jump over there. Okay. So maybe we'll go and try the obvious door first. An umbral entity prevents my progress. Okay. So it does, I guess. Can we do anything about it? Can we get rid of that bloody tooltip? I don't want to waste a healing item just to get rid of it. But I might not have any choice. Is that going to get rid of it? We do have other options, don't we? We've got A, Y, right bumper, right trigger. Is that doing anything? Vestige seeds can only be planted on umbral flower beds. That's not a helpful tooltip, and I don't know what any of those words mean. Ah, Okay, we've done the thing. We've sent ourselves into the Shadowland. I don't know what the technical term for it is, but I did know there was a way of permanently switching into an alternative mode, if you will. However, that way is now blocked, so I guess we go back? How do we go back? Or are we now stuck in this new mode? I guess at least it lets us see things. Ah, there we go. We can emerge from the Umbral world. Umbral is what it's called. We can emerge from Umbral at certain points. So that's good to know. So maybe we're supposed to go through here, make our way back to that point where we've got a bridge, and now we go into Umbral. Now we can get about the place. What's that earned us? I'm not sure. Possibly because the icon for it was hidden under a tooltip. What are you? Left trigger and right trigger causes you to do that. Is that good? Probably. I feel like I've gone off the intended path here. At least the enemies aren't very tough around here. Oh, did we get back health from killing that guy? What are we supposed to be doing? What was that noise? I don't like it, whatever it was. We'll just hand out some more backstabs. 2 buggers. Is this going to get the attention of the other one? Looks like it is. Wait. I guess I didn't even need to dodge him. I was able to just break his poise, or whatever the term for it is in this game. And you've given us an item, which again we don't know what it is. I guess I could just look in my inventory at this point. A Wither Ward. Provides defense against withering, which I guess is a status effect. And we got the Wooden Cross, which is an axe-type weapon. Increase your radiance to gain further insight. Ah, we can see different costs as well. So a throwing rock has an ammo cost of 1. A short javelin has an ammo cost of 2. So let's say I had like 10 points of ammo. I guess that means I could throw 5 short javelins, or I could throw 10 rocks. We will bear that in mind. And we've also picked up Saintly Quintessence, which upgrades our Sanguinarix. And again it's saying increase your radiance to gain further insight. So is radiance a stat that's also related to getting lore from items? At least we got rid of that bloody tooltip now. Plunge attacks. We like those. And it hits both of the buggers. Sweet. I assume I'm not supposed to be doing anything with these glowing things at this point. Because I've already missed a bunch of them. I'm sure the game will tell me if I'm supposed to be doing things with the buggers. But for now we press on. These things look harmless. That guy not so much. There's an eyeball. I've just noticed an eyeball. Oh, hello. What are you not doing? Yeah, there's an eyeball underneath my XP on the top right. I'm concerned about this. It came and it went. Now what? You get tugged off, and that breaks those roots, I guess, which allows us to get through that door. So I guess we did the right thing by doing everything we've done so far. We just didn't really get tutorialized on a lot of it. So that's broken the roots in front of us. We can now emerge. And that opens up new paths to us. Which we could then hide again, perhaps, by just putting the lantern out. Nope. Okay. Maybe that path is just generally open. Yes, get stabbed. A wooden cross again. And we're back. And now we can go through the door. The abandoned red copse. We can activate a vestige. So this is our bonfire, I think. The vestige of Rannick. They've all got names. So we can rest, we can upgrade. We could log in. We're playing offline. Because I don't really care about online features, especially for a first playthrough. So what happens if we upgrade? I guess we've got enough for one level? So endurance will be our stamina stat, right? Oh, we haven't even got enough for one level, perhaps. Maybe we need 1982 and we've got 1732. So strength is strength. Agility is the other damage type for physical stuff. Endurance would be our stamina, I presume. Vitality is our HP. And then Radiance and Inferno are our holy damage or our fire damage. Restart game +0. Don't know what that does. Echoes of battle. Ah, cool. So we can just refight bosses if we want to. And Crucibles is the same sort of thing, but a boss rush where you fight them all in a row. Very well. Also, yeah, we should press Y. Who needs a shield? What if we want to do two-handed stabs? Blam. Yeah, take that, everyone. We will rest, though, whilst we're here. Enemies will reload. But we'll get our health back and our sanguinarics. That's the point. How do we upgrade the dang thing? We picked up an item for it. We've also now got Desiccated Vestige Moth, which we can use like a dark sign. It kills us, but it takes us back to our last resting place. Yeah, we can only drop that. So I guess we use that at a specific location. We might get to a hub at some point. That would allow us to improve our sanguinarics to some extent. There's no easily reachable enemies just back there, so I guess we'll just push on. I was going to kill one or two just to get enough for a level, but that's fine. Tacitus's journal and a map of Mornstead. Journal. It's got the map. Very well. Doesn't actually seem to have the journal that we picked up under the journals tab. But that's fine. A weather journal belongs to Tacitus, or yeah, probably Tacitus. An explorer and cartographer. Ventured into Mornstead, which is where we are. Apparently didn't return. So maybe we'll get more pages for his journal and it will add more stuff to this map. Because it's not a terribly useful map at this point in time. Yeah. Holy Bulwark Otto. It's a boss fight. Piss. Let's drop it here. Dodged way too soon on that bad boy. But we can just stay back and then charge up a big boy. What's he doing? Aside from wrecking us. Has he buffed himself? Stab. Yeah. Getting those strong attacks where we can. That was a mistake. Ouch. Yeah, we need to be more careful than that. Oh, you got a third hit. Okay. If we get in those strong attacks before he's in range, then we got time to dodge out once he gets in range. Oh, hello. Get judged, son. You assume that gave us some XP? Yeah, we've got 3,000 now. So that's enough for a level, and we could do with the rest, because we used up all our healing. Oh yeah, little icon next to upgrade character that says, you can now level up. It's probably wise to just go for vitality to start with. I am going to be making lots of mistakes in this game. And your vitality bar is basically your screw up meter. So the bigger it is, the fewer restarts I'll have to do. Now what lies ahead? Multiple paths perhaps, but one of them's got a glowy on it. And also a villain? Do I have to lantern this villain? Maybe. Again, it's not giving us much in the way of tutorial. Let's just grab the map and run away. Is it going to follow us? Oh yeah, what a helpful map. Yeah, one of these other options, like right bumper, right trigger, they might do something. But the game sees as though it doesn't want to tell us. So I guess we'll have to figure it out ourselves. Sod it. We'll just leave that guy be. We'll go this way instead. We've learned rule number 1 of Souls-likes, which is that you don't have to fight each and every enemy that you come across. And that gives us some flayed skin. So that's lunch sorted. Now, can we just get past you, please? I want to go this way. Okay. Maybe I've got no choice right now except to go back into this mode. And now we should be able to stab this guy. Hopefully. No? He's still got a little blue glowing thing around him. And I can't seem to target said blue glowing thing. Oh, and that has not opened up a route for me as I kind of expected it would. Okay. It's opened up that thing. Ah. There we go. Now can we pull it back? We can. So we can leave that guy behind. He's a chump and we don't care for him. Who are you?
I always wondered if there were others. You're probably thinking that lamp's just a tool to be used as you see fit. Take it lightly, and you'll find it's the other way around. Mark my words.
Thanks for the advice, friend.
I don't know who you are, and I don't care. But since it seems Adir has you marked, making you a bigger threat to the Rogar serves us both.
Okay. Adir is the demon god who we saw in the cutscene that I didn't show you at the very beginning. And first time I've heard Rogar mentioned.
I've defied the wills of gods and kings. If you know any kind of freedom, you'll do the same.
Maybe we will. I'm not sure. Either way, we'll stop getting fireballed by that lad if we can. There's another vestige. Good. Can this one only be seen in Umbral mode, or is this going to return us to normal? Okay, we're back in normal. Who are you? I mean, no one in particular, I don't think. Can we do anything with you? Oh, we pressed A and it's telling us to go somewhere. What are you? You're a villain. I'm not yet sure what's deemed sufficiently interesting to turn the lantern on for it. I could just go into Umbral and stay in Umbral. We've just picked up a vestige, so maybe it's a good idea. Where's the harm? Okay, now that's given us the option to do something with this person.
Sentinels! To the cliffs! Fall back! Fall back!
No! Wait! Where are you going? Help us!
Okay, so the Sentinels are a bunch of cowards and they left that woman to die as the forces of Adir roamed the land. We've got a way out there, should we need it. Is there any harm in staying in Umbral for now? Oh. Who you want? Get wrecked, son. The corrupted penitent loincloth. I don't think we want to wear that. Oh, you've become a person. Well, not a person. Get wrecked. Oh, there's another fireballer up there. Of course there is. Can we draw back the other lads? I guess we could. Give them a bit of javelin. Nope, they don't want a bit of javelin. Fine. Oh. Get wrecked. Couldn't interact with you, could we? No. So do we just sprint through here until we can find our way around to Fireball Friend? Should we be breaking these big pots? Probably is the answer. It's a big pot in a video game. What else are you supposed to do except smash it open? An ammo pouch? And a mana stone cluster. No, is there even a way up to you? Or have you just dropped off? Excellent. Get stabbed, son. And more corrupted pilgrim gear. At least bandages are slightly better than a loincloth. You don't ever want to be wearing a second-hand loincloth, I feel. There's a pop up there for just a second. Ah, it's down there. And we can trigger it from up here, but that's about it. Noises. What are these noises? Do they mean enemies popping up behind me? It seems not. Are you going to become an enemy? You're an enemy. There's far too many attacks. I need to restrain myself. So how do we get that item that we busted out earlier? It's behind there. Maybe we need to exit Umbra. Which we can do just here. So we can go into it wherever we like. We can only come out of it at certain places. Nope, that area's still blocked off. Okay. Maybe it's a come round to it later area, because it didn't seem like we could jump down there from the ladder. It does look as though this is not going to allow us in, although the big hand has gone. Maybe we could have run up the big hand that was here. No, it didn't seem to want to let us. Mayhap we'll worry about it in a bit. We'll stay in real world for a while. Assuming this is the real world, maybe Umbra's the real world. Who can say? At this point, not I. What looks like a big door. We got a vestige, wonderful. The vestige of Marco the Axe. He sounds cool. Maybe we want some more agility. What would that do for our damage? So we're doing 88 plus 7. That would take us up to 88 plus 8. Steady on, everyone. I guess our scaling's not great at the moment. That doesn't seem worth. I feel like more vitality might be the answer. That gets our health up from 425 to 443, which seems a bit more sizable than 1 point to damage. I don't think we need to rest either, because we're at full health and everything. Will this drop us down into the area where we unlocked a thingy? Looks like maybe it would, although maybe it would also wound us in the process. Maybe what we'll do is we'll figure that out next time. I've been enjoying myself so far. I'm sure that's going to continue, and I hope that you'll be there when it does. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.